Give a man a fish, he eats for a day, the saying goes. Teach him how to catch a fish, and he eats for a lifetime. It's the premise behind Wellspring Collaborative. Its goal is to create 10 worker-owned businesses employing 100 people in 5 years. The latest business is Wellspring Harvest. Kathy Harrington reports now how this business, with assistance from the Catholic Campaign for Human Development, is reimagining the food system.
Last spring, this ceremonial ribbon cutting at the Wellspring Harvest Greenhouse brought new life into this Indian Orchard neighborhood of Springfield.
Thank you for coming. This is your brand new local farm.
Built on the site of the former Chapman Valve, the factory once employed 3,500 people. Left contaminated with radioactive waste, the property has since been cleaned up, but left unused. Until now.
A brand new urban farm like Wellspring Harvest Greenhouse here in Indian Orchard is going to change our food system.
What's changing besides the location of the farm is how the produce will be grown. Tables cover the floor of the 12,000 square foot greenhouse where lettuce is growing hydroponically.
We can grow anything in the greenhouse. It's the same as a regular farm. The benefit of the greenhouse is that we can control the environment, and we can also save energy because the water recirculates, so we use less water. There's less chances of the food being contaminated because we're working in a sterile environment, and everything is pretty much inside of this greenhouse.
Wellspring is the first urban farm to receive certification from the Commonwealth Quality Program that assures the produce is grown and harvested in Massachusetts using practices that are safe, sustainable, and don't harm the environment.
Well, what's wonderful about this is it's so local to this area.
2 months after the ribbon cutting, Wellspring Harvest made its first delivery of lettuce to 4 Big Y supermarkets.
Definitely you're going to get a better taste, you're going to get more nutrition just because it's so fresh and so in season. Whereas some salads, they are coming from California, so you're going to taste the difference.
Located minutes away from the Big Y stores in Springfield, Ludlow, and Wilbraham, the greenhouse is also creating jobs in the neighborhood.
The founder, Fred Rose, his vision is to create a business that will revitalize the food system of the local community. It will create jobs. It will create wealth for those folks that would like to be co-owners.
Stephen is like family too. But he put me to work in here in this greenhouse, and you know, it's like a dream for me.
Carlos Rivera grew up in Puerto Rico, where he worked on his family's farm. Wellspring has organized the greenhouse to give all workers the opportunity to become owners.
They're not gonna find another place like here, like this greenhouse. The first time that I see that was building this greenhouse, I say, "Oh my God, it's a dream for me." I see they make a greenhouse that I can walk in there.
The greenhouse is also making a difference by supplying free produce to the Community Survival Center in Indian Orchard and to the food pantry in Springfield. Stephen Hilliard manages the greenhouse and brings with him a wealth of agricultural knowledge.
I've worked on 3 vegetable farms in Franklin County. I've worked in ornamental flower growing operations in greenhouses. I've worked on nurseries. I sold greenhouses. I sold irrigation systems. I was 2 years in the Peace Corps in Dominica and the Windward Islands. Basically, everything I've learned comes to bear on this project.
Hilliard says the biggest benefit is the location of the greenhouse in the city, growing food where people eat, eliminating food miles, and time from harvest to table. But to succeed, the community needs to support locally grown produce when making food choices in the supermarket. In Springfield, I'm Kathy Harrington for Reel to Reel.